away. So it's another day in paradise, as you can see. So that car there is Slade's car, and before he went away, he I can't remember what happened. He hit a pothole or speed bump or something on the way back home, and the back left shock is now not attached anymore. So I got a new one, and we're gonna fit it in. So yeah, let's get a cold start on it. It's been sitting for a little bit, so we're gonna get a cold start, and then yeah, we'll get it in the garage. Oh, missed the bucket. Nice. Okay, so I just had to tear the old filter off of this, and then I'm just going to replace this washer up top here, that one there, and then get this back in, and then I've got to do the washer on here. You can't see it, but it's by my thumb there, it's like black, and then I've just got to do the copper O-ring on the oil pan. Just got to do that, and then yeah, so I'm just gonna put all this in quickly, and then yeah, that's the oil back in. Now I just gotta refill it. So yeah, I don't know where we left off the other day, but I changed the oil, and then it got pretty flipping cold, so I didn't carry on. But I need to also flush the coolant out of the car, so that is my plan today, now that it's a few degrees warmer. So to get to the radiator, you have to remove the intercooler, and then under the intercooler is the actual rad, and the drain is either going to be this side or this side. I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to figure that out. As well as this is auto, so I've got like a heat transfer thingamadoob on here, so I might need to remove that. I'm not sure how they're linked. Hopefully not through the intercooler somehow, like not attached to it. It won't be like linked to it, but we'll find out. So I'm thinking we undo that and that. Oh Jesus. Oh, oops. Okay, that definitely comes off like that. Okay. Yeah, so that's the intercooler. So how does that operate? Do you pull that out, or does it just drop? Probably just drops. So I take this pin out. Oh fuck, not like that, you dog. Oh, what's that? Nothing. Okay. Yeah, so that's that. Oh, it just doesn't come off very far. Okay, and then this one as well. Same fucking story. I've pulled it off onto the pipe, which is not helpful. I'll put it back down the way somewhere. Okay. And then take out these torques. Do I have to take that off? Or that? Surely that's not linked to that. Maybe I should take this out first. It looks like a grease first. Okay, that's one out. That can come out as well. Okay, so that's the boost pipes out. Then let's undo the torques, which are a T. Oofed. Don't know, but they're rusted as well. So T25 maybe. Yeah. What moved there? Ah, the intercooler, perfect. Okay, does it come out? Oh, jeez. Oh, that's easy. Flippin' hell. Is that all that was holding that in? That's pretty mental. Okay, that was way easier than I thought. That's the charge pipes, I guess you could call it, there. And then here's your rad. And then that little, where's the light? That blue there is the drain off. So I've got to now get that sorted. Open the coolant reservoir. So now we can drain this off. Let's sauce. Got this. Don't know if that will help anything, but she said it does. Okay, it's a good thing. It's a good thing we're actually doing this, because this coolant is pink and it should be blue. So I don't know how long it's been running in there, but yeah, we'll see how much it is. I topped up with a bit of blue because I just want to see like when that pulls through, but it looks like the whole thing is pink. But we'll just let it all drain out and then figure it out, or top it back up with the right stuff. Now that that bucket's full and everything is drained out, we can put this bung back in. Now I could put the intercooler back in. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that is the intercooler back in. Just like that. And then we now put the charge pipe back in. And on this side as well. Charge pipe back down. Yep, that's in. Now, perfect. And this side is in. Yep, perfect. There we go. And then this is to turn back that way. Yep. There we go. And this side is the same thing. It's because it's not open. There we go. There we go. And then close. Okay, that's the intercooler back in. Perfect. Now we can lower it and fill it up with coolant. So now we're going to be using some of this. It's just Halford's own coolant, but it's the nap-free one, not the OAT one. So okay, so now that I've topped it up, the coolant reservoir is full, and if I give the pipes a squeeze down here, I can see movement there, but they are not full, so I need to get the water to circulate a bit. So what I'm gonna do is shut this temporarily, leave that open, and then start the car for a second, get it to run, and then see if the coolant goes down, which it should do, and then top it up a bit more. Now that I'm almost dead from carbon monoxide, that is that. I don't know if I've said this already, because I probably said it a few days ago when I put this thing in here. But on his near side rear strut, he hit a speed bump or pothole or something, and basically the strut, the top of it, is just going up and down. So now that it's on the ramp, you can see the threaded part of the strut, and that's not very good because it means it's come out of the mount at the top, which is under under this side, but on the opposite side, under all of this. So I've just got to take out the sub and then take apart all the inside panels here and then see what we can see. So I'm going to take the wheel off as well and undo it, because the other one will just drop out straight away. And yeah, then we can figure out what we are going to do and how bad it is, because I don't know if it's like what's happened with the top mount, but I'm assuming it goes through something and then has a nut on top, but all you can see is like a threaded part and a bar at the moment. So I'll show you that quickly, and then we can get on to doing it. So this here is what I'm talking about. I don't know if I can push this down more. Probably not. No. But under here, if you don't know if I can send you guys up there somehow. Up through there is where it's meant to belong. And as you can see on the back, where it's a bit white, is where, over here, is where it's been coming out while driving and rubbing up and down, which means this whole metal shaft has come out without anything being undone on the top. So I'm just going to take the wheel out now, get all of this out here, and then we can figure that out. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this out. There we go. So it is a 17, and now it's off. Let me get that back up so I can get that off. Okay, and that strut is now off. So that's the movement it's got currently, because it's not even fixed at the top. There it is, coming. Okay, that's out. How much up can I go? There we go. Okay, now we can have a look at the top. Okay, that's it. Back seats forward. There we go. One out. Two out. Okay, has that cover off? This can come out the way. What the fuck is that from? Oh, my guess would be this rubber was from the top of the strut, and when it banged up, it popped off. that one, and this hitch. Maybe the hitch doesn't come with. Okay, that's one out. Okay. Pull it off almost. There we go. Fucking clips. Okay, so all it needed was a majestic bang, because there's one up here that holds it in. There we go. That's the last one of those. We are out with that bloody piece of fabric cover, and there is the nut for the suspension. Now that's back in there. That baffles me, because I'm sure that was clunking around outside. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that is that off. Okay. That was on the top of the car, like that, with these closed with that nut. Then you've got a piece of rubber, and then this. Let me take. So, and then you've got this, which that like spacer, but I think this here was like that. I think, and then. So I've taken out this side, the strut. This is the new one, but I've taken out the old one, and basically what happened on the old one is you have this piece of metal to stop the bump stop coming up the way, and then you have a rubber that holds the piece of metal down, because that goes through the car, and then you have this piece on top, and that's what holds it together around the frame of the car. But basically what happened is this piece of metal here rusted away, so then this could drop all the way down to the bump stop, and then it was basically just this on top. So every time you went over a bump, this whole piece would go in the car and then come back. So yeah, we're gonna put this back in the car now, and then yeah, should be sweet. Put the car back together. Okay, so that's through. I'm gonna pull this down and get it in there, and then just let it go up by itself. There we go. And that is up. Perfect. Now, so as you can see, the spring, the strut is in there and in there. There we go. Busted. I don't know the torque spec of that, but I just made it hand tight. All I've got to do is put this back on. That side. So, okay, so that's the boot all back together, and we can close that up. Okay, so the next process on the E91 is this drive shaft. So I need to take out the bolts there, those external Torx. I've taken one out already. Now to cut the boot, because I couldn't get the sockets on, and then I've got to get it off of the hub in there, so then I can take that out and then replace it. Yeah, wait, oh man, so crusty, it just breaks out. Okay, sick. That's off. it should be. Okay, that's the upper control arm. That's the lower. Let's go. Hey! Haha. Okay. Now that is out. Fuck. Yeah, boy. Ow. Oh shit, that's fucked. Oh, my days. Look at that. So that was in there. That ball just fell out. Oh shit, they're all falling out. Okay. That was in there. That was in there. So that was like that. I can't really get it back in right now, but that was like something like that. Anyway, basically this cover has completely sheared off. Oh yeah, look at the boot. So that boot has completely sheared off, exposing that, and now it's just all falling apart. There we go. That's it off, all the balls. So that's that out. The new drive shaft turned up, and now basically I'm just going to get it back in here, and then yeah, get it back through and all tightened up. So I had quite a decent mission, but I've now got the new drive shaft in, and I torqued up those 6 bolts. So now I've just got to get it on here. Well, I've just got to get this locking nut on, torque that up, and then that'll be it sorted. Okay, so the new drive shaft is in there, and yeah, everything's back together, so I can put the wheels back on, and then we can take it out for a spin.